Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 22nd of March 2023. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't think there's already anything going on at the moment, so I think we'll just get started. First of all, we have Dead Hard, which is a David perk, and this is a pretty infamous perk, so I won't spend too long on it. But basically, while you're injured and in chase, you can press the active ability button to perform a kind of dash, kind of movement sort of thing. And if you get hit in that little short gap, then you will get the endurance stats effect, so you'll go into deep wounds, and then you become exhausted. So you press the button, you have about zero point 0.5 seconds, and if the killer manages to hit you in that zero point 0.5 seconds, then, as I said, you get deep wounds, you get your speed boost, and you become exhausted. You become exhausted if you get hit or not. So it takes a lot of timing, and it's a very like strategy based perk because you have to time it perfectly and you have to be in the right situation and you have to make sure you have planned what you're going to do next if you do get hit. So it's quite hard. It's quite difficult to like get used to because zero point 0.5 is such a small gap and some killers will bait it out. But like I said, it is a pretty good perk. It's difficult, and for killer it is annoying as hell because you have to just stand there behind them, just waiting for them to maybe dead hard. But once the killer knows you have it, they are going to wait it out most likely. So just keep in mind that, like I said, you have to be quite smart how you use this. But yeah, there's a lot of text there. It's just explaining what it is, and then there's like a quote. So I won't go into that. But yeah, it's a good perk. It's a decent perk. Next up, we have Deathbound, which is an executioner perk. This one I talk about all the time, so I'm just going to say there's much better tracking perks. It basically just shows you the location of people healing from at least 32 meters away, and if they separate, they become oblivious. There's much better tracking perks. The only thing I could think of to use this is Oni, because it shows the location in like the bubble thing, so you'll at least know where there's a bunch of blood orbs. Other than that, I really don't see the point of using this. There's a lot of better tracking perks, or you can just, not use tracking perks and just find them at some point anyway. It doesn't really matter. And the oblivious thing while you split up, it's kind of cool, I guess. It's quirky, but I don't know if it's really helpful or not. So, yeah. Next up, we have Overwhelming Presence, which is a Doctor perk. Again, I feel like I talk about this one all the time. This is one that comes on like every month, I feel like. Um, Basically, affected survivors survivors in the terror radius get affected by this and have their item consumption rates increased by 100%. So basically, the items will run out faster. Again, sort of like not great because if you're like repairing a generator with a toolbox and you hit the terror radius, chances are you're going to run off or you're going to try and hide, so then you're not using an item. If you're healing with a med kit and you hit the terror radius, you're probably going to run off and get to safety, so you're not using your med kit. So, I guess it's like a good deterrent to like using items, but if you're gonna use a perk to deter items, Franklin's Demise is probably the best option because that just very directly removes their items and it makes them waste time. Um, Again, I don't really know why anyone would use this unless like they have challenges in the future for it, but since the doctor's already had a tome, I doubt it. So yeah, not great. Again, not it. It's niche. It's whatever. It's not great. And finally, we have Pharmacy, which is a Quentin perk. This one has so while you're injured, you unlock chests faster. I think it goes up to 80% faster. The noises from opening chests gets reduced, and you guarantee a green med kit on your first chest interaction. Yeah, this one's pretty good. I'm pretty sure the When Injured new edition. Okay, I didn't say this properly. The When Injured edition is new. That's what I meant to say. I don't think that was a thing before, so you have to be injured for this to work. Um, Also, it says pharmacy guarantees an emergency medkit upon completing the interaction. I don't know if it says. I don't know if that means for every chest, because before it was always the first chest you open. The first chest you open is always going to be a green medkit, and you could combine it with Ace in the Hole to maybe get some add-ons for that. So I don't know if that means now, because it doesn't say specifically, it just says when completing the interaction. So I'm not actually sure if that means now every chest you open with this gives you a green med kit. Obviously, as long as you're injured and as long as the perk's active, but I don't know that actually. I actually was not aware of those changes. I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about that. How long ago did that even happen? Anyway, the point is, yeah, it's still pretty much the same. Um, the other benefits are quite nice. Like you unlock chests faster, which is pretty nice. 80% is really quick. And the hearing distance thing doesn't really matter, but I guess there's some situations that could definitely, be the difference between getting caught or not. And obviously, getting a green med kit always is nice, especially if that's on every chest you open with this. That would be really nice. But obviously, green med kits are great anyway. Med kits are really strong and used quite often in this game, so I feel like that's definitely a plus. And like I said, with perks before, when I was talking about Ace in the hole the other week, it applies to this as well. You can always just leave the chest in. I mean, leave the med kit in the chest. Sorry, because that way, hopefully, if survivor is injured and they're trying to run around frantically and everything, there's a chance that they'll run past your chest and then have an intact green med kit for them. So that'd be quite nice. Basically, this place is really, really nice, and I used to use this one a lot before. Again, I don't know when it got changed. I actually was not aware of that, but yeah, this is a perk I used to use quite a lot because I play solo queue and I don't use items a whole lot, so I would use this quite often. So keep that in mind. Perks to buy, I would say Pharmacy, to be honest. He also has Vigil and Wake Up, and I think Wake Up is probably the best perk because I actually use that one quite often. But Pharmacy is great, and I only say that because Quentin's a DLC character. The Executioner also is, but like I said, don't use Supervisor Shards for Deathbound. That's absolutely not worth it. David is free. I'm pretty sure he's like a free character. If not, then I would say get Dead Hard. I'd say like just as long as you know how to use it and everything, and you take the time to use it properly and get used to it. I think this will definitely get you a lot of value. I'm quite 50-50 of this perk in terms of liking it and also using it. I'm not amazing at it. I know Overwhelming Presence is absolutely useless, so please don't buy that either. Guys, that did it from me. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.